Hi friends, I am your Joel John. Now I am going to talk about NATO codes. What are these NATO codes and what for these are used? When you speak on telephonic communication, mainly in your voice process, you need to spell out alphabets, for example your name or important words and numbers. So for that there will be always a confusion because the British and American English have a lot of difference and also Australian and so on. So to overcome that, already these problems were faced on US military and defense. So NATO, that's a joint venture of British and the United States Navy. It's mentioned as North Atlantic Territory Organization. That's the full form of NATO. I repeat, it's North Atlantic Territory Organization. So these NATO phonetic alphabets were introduced, and this was widely acknowledged by many telephonic, radio, aviation, and maritime organizations all over the world. So that's the background between this being much widely used. So now I will be taking you through the alphabets, and how they did this was for 26 code words in the NATO alphabet, in the phonetic alphabets are assigned to 26 letters of English alphabets. I will take you through that, but before that, why it was called as NATO codes is the strict adherence of the prescribed spelling words is required in order to avoid problems of confusion that the spelling alphabets is designed to overcome. And this is a memo sent by NATO on 1955. So that's the reason this is called as NATO codes. And what are all the now? For example, if you take N and M, this is much confused when you spell out, and also F and S. So how they spell it is, for example, to say my name, for example Joel, I will tell like this: Jack, Oscar, Echo, Lima. So the person will just take the first letters: J as in Jack, O as in Oscar, E as in Echo, L as in Lima. Sometimes in most of the common BPO communication, they still, like as I say, J as in Jack, E as in O as in Oscar, E as in Echo, L as in Lima. But mostly in NATO, they just spell out the words. Now what I will do is I will just take you through the letters and the words which are corresponding to that. This you can download it on Google, so that you will get a better understanding about that. So I will quickly run you through the alphabets so that you will get a hands-on promotion. But please do search on Google as NATO codes for alphabets and by heart it. It's very essential, and you can also underline that when you go for a BPS BPO interview, that NATO codes. And if they ask you to tell you, once you start telling 2 or 3, there is a lot, if you pronounce it correctly, there's a lot of chance for you to be hired. So I'm going through the phonetics now. A as in Alpha, B as in Bravo, C as in Charlie, D as in Delta, E as in Echo, F as in Foxtrot, G as in Gulf, H as in Hotel, I as in India, J as in Juliet, K as in Kilo, L as in Lima, M as in Mike, N as in November, O as in Oscar, P as in Papa, Q as in Quebec, R as in Romeo, S as in Syria, T as in Tango, U as in Uniform, V as in Victor, W as in Whiskey, X as in X-ray, Y as in Yankee, Z as in Zulu. These are the words corresponding to the 26 alphabets. Go through this video again and again so that you remember all the alphabets, and also download it, check it on Google and by heart it. It will be very useful for you, not only in international voice, in domestic or any voice process. This will be an outstanding word which you can say why for questions like, why should I hire you? I use NATO codes to avoid spelling confusion during calls. So that's how I make my customers happy. So if you hire me, I will be an asset to this organization. When you say these kinds of words, the person who is taking the interview will know that you are an understanding person in communication, and there's a lot of chance for you to be hired. So all the best for you for your interviews. It's time to sign off, and it's your Joel John J signing off from you. Bye.